binary tree, correct? Now if you're trying to apply ABO or adjust ABO to your algorithm, whenever you insert or, for example, delete, right? Then you must follow those kinds of rotations every now and then to make sure that this guy actually is full binary tree, okay, or complete binary tree at least, okay. Anyways, now suppose we have 12 as a root. Now we can see that we have difference of 2, correct? Difference of 2 means that it's not balanced. So we have to make one rotation to make it balanced, correct? Because the difference is 2. Okay, now, what can we do? First, we can apply, for example, left rotation, which is known also as left rotation. So for left rotation, what do we do? We simply put, for example, 12 to the left side. Or you can also imagine it like this. For example, if it was like this, right? I'm in the middle, for example, right? This is the root, and this is the right-hand side. What I do is just like this. It's balanced. You see? I'm just balanced. Just like scale. You understand? So, in here, for example, you take that 15, put on the top, right? Now there is no difference of 2 from here to here, but it's just these ones are regarded as children, and the guy in the middle, which is 15, is now regarded as the root. So, both of them are BSTs, correct? So, 12, 15, 19. It was like this, right? Smallest, middle, and, greater, and greatest, correct? Here as well. This guy, for example, root. Here, smaller value. Here, greater value. That's it. Correct? So I made left rotation. Right? So for the right rotation, you do the same, but it's like this. Okay? So now we have 12 on the top, 5 and 2, like this. Okay? Root is the greatest. Okay? So you do again the same operation like this. Balance. If previously you did this one, left side. You see, I'm rotating to left. Correct? I'm going to this side, left side. You understand? So right side, going to this one. Very easy to understand. If you can imagine. You understand what's going on?
Yeah.
Okay. So good. Now, again, if you look, this one is following up BST, correct? Binary search tree. So 12, root is the greatest. So it's in the rightmost position. 5 is in the middle, and 2 is in the lowest spot. So no problem. Beautiful. It's all good. 5 is in the middle as a root, and in the right side we've got greater, and the left side a little small. Correct? Understandable? Now, a little complicated version. Okay? Now, if you don't have some skewed version for it, no, it's easy. If you try to work with scales, if you can imagine some scales, it's pretty easy. Now it's just, I cannot take that shape, but if I was able to, I would, okay? But don't worry, it's easy. For example, now if you're asked to do left-right rotation, it means you should first do left rotation, right? For example, you do left rotation how? You have 12, you have 11 here, right? 12 in here. You do left rotation, it means right should be 12, okay, and left should be 11. But now look, if previously 11 was smaller, so that's why, for example, on the right side we have a greater value, correct? But we both know that both of them are lying on the left hand side. So both are exactly smaller than 13, correct? Root them. So what we can do whenever we do left rotation is the only option is this one. You understand? Meaning that 12 and 11 will get swapped with each other, but just now 12 will be the left child of 11 will be the left child of 12, and 12 will be the left child of 11. Oh my God, 13. Sorry. Oh, that's a typo. It's 13, okay? 13. On the top, we've got 13. But now we're trying to reach what? We're trying to reach something similar to this. Okay, we're first making that one as cube. Alright? But pay attention. You do not want to do this one with all the elements, with all the nodes, okay? You're just doing it with, let's say, one smaller subtree at the very end where you're doing deletion or insertion. You understand? Because already you know that every time you've been inserting something, you've been balancing it out every iteration. So you're doing it with the last, couple or 3 nodes, or for example, some small subtrees. Okay. So anyways, you're now here, and after that you do right or R rotation, right? So that one you already know from the previous one. Correct? Any questions here? By the way, guys, here not 11, okay, 13. That's a typo. Okay? Alright. Next. This one. Right left rotation. In right left rotation, you do first right rotation, next left rotation. So again, I cannot show it with my hand, etc., but you understand. For example, now you have the vice versa, right? If previously you have this guy and this way, now you have this way. So on the right side. Okay? So 15 and 15 is back to 13. Alright? Now we do right rotation first. What does that mean? If here, for example, 15, 13. Now if we try to move right rotation, we need to go to the right side, right? You understand? So it's like this, right? 13 comes in here, and here we've got 15 on the right hand. So we've got a skewed, what is that? 3 again, right? Now what do we do? Because this right side skewed, so we should perform left rotation. So because of that left rotation, it's going to become 13, 12, and 15, just like that. Alright? Understandable? Cool. Okay. So red, black, 3. What is red, black, 3? It's also BST, binary search tree. And every node in here must be labeled as red or black. Okay? And there are some specific rules for that. Okay? Most important thing is that group must start with black node as a black node. Okay? You label group node as a black node. And also another rule that is very important, and that you will mostly be following, of course, all of these, but still, you'll be following on whenever you have depth. In any path you go, depth must contain exact number of black nodes possible. You understand? Okay? If it doesn't, it's not balanced out, so you have to balance it. You understand? Okay. But here I was not. Oh my God, yeah. Oh, okay, here. So, for example, this one also. Children's must be of different color from their parents. Okay. So, for example, these ones are all black, so it's not good. Okay. So it's possible to have 2 blacks, but it's not possible to have 2 reds. As children, for example, parent cannot be red while its children are red. Okay, you cannot have that case. But you can have either versions. For example, you can have black and black. That's possible, and we'll have a look at that case as well. Okay, here it's not a good option. Okay, it violates that rule. Now we have 3 types going to this version, and also in here there is nil and there is nil. There is no information at all. In here now it's not balanced out because it's skewed. Okay, so here 2 reds, not good, and also skewed. Here it's okay because this is root node. Root node must always be black. Okay, first off. And these ones, if they have nil at the very back, they can also be either red or black. That's okay because they're not root and they're just starting out. And there is another rule, as I've told, that contains exactly the same number of black nodes. So it does hold, it's okay. Here as well. Now, there is only 1 black node for both sides, correct? That is good. And here, just 2, no problem. So these ones are fine, these ones are not. Now let's have a look at another case. In here, for example, so at this location, we do have one black node. Why do we need to make this one black, but not red? Okay, this one was actually changed. So in the initial case, this one was also black, but then we decided to enter something and etc., so they get recolored. But please read the information about this one from Geeks to Geeks or from other sources because it's going to take a little longer. But I'll pay attention to this one more time by having some examples in here and drawing it out together in a makeup class. But now we'll just try to understand why is it this way. We have a rule in which we say that depth must contain exactly the same number of black nodes, okay? In all paths, right? So here we've got 2 black nodes. Here, 2 black nodes. Here, 2 black nodes, correct? So here, 2 black nodes, correct? So all possible paths have 2 black nodes, so it's fine. It's also red black thread. If you're searching, for example, for some specific value, let it be 11, then you're going to follow exactly the same rule as in BSD, no problem, because this is also BSD. Okay. The last one, I'll try to be as quick as possible. It's about splay tree. In splay tree, it's all about zigzags, okay? So for example, if you see some strange words in Unicode as zigzag, it's not something they want to mention. What was that? A zipper, okay? It's not about the zippers, okay? There are some algorithms that actually name this way. For example, splay tree does those operations. So it has zig rotation, zag rotation, zigzag rotation, zag rotation, zig rotation, and zigzag rotation. Okay? So yeah, these possibilities. Alright? So anyway, what are they? First off, the difference between this guy and an ABL tree is that ABL tree it guarantees left side, the right side. This one tries to maintain. Okay, tries to give its nodes that you need as close to the root node as possible. Okay? Anyways, for example, zig rotation means single rotation to the right side. Okay, for example, you just say that, splay 4. If you would like to splay 4, now you need to make a zig rotation, 4, right? So it means, now you simply take this guy, okay? 4, 3, 5, right? 4, 3, right? To that side, okay? 4, 3, it goes 1 up, okay? You try to make it to the lower side, correct? And if you try to make it to the lower side, this also has its own pointer, correct? Okay, you're simply taking them, this one, for example, 4, 3, 5, this way, right? You separated it. Imagine it this way. And then 6 and 7 separated also. But now 6 also has its own 2 pointers, correct? Pointing at some location. It's just now you're taking this guy like this, okay? You understand? So now 4 will be on the top, 3 will be in here, this guy is just removed, and here 6 will be pointing at 5. Because 4 now needs to point, because it went up, it cannot point at 5, but we have 6. But 6 has its own pointer. Now it should